Damn, I shot both of them, bro.
What's up, everybody? Turn the game off. We're trying to play. We're trying to speak here. I gotta go home sometime. We can't keep playing this game.
Yeah.
Are we gonna keep playing the game?
Nah, I'm ready.
Open up our eyes and see the reality, and open up our mouths and speak about what we see. Not sugarcoating things, not just doing what society deems as what the norm is. So it's like influenced opinion.
Tired of the same mundane on the radio. They want to hear what's going on in the street.
Right.
But
And this is what's going on. This is what's up.
pull up, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's what I call podcast shows, the pull-up show. Because
Right.
the streets is pulling up to the world.
Oh my stars. Oh. Oh my stars. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see the crazy guest that I got here. Y'all seen the intro. Y'all know the topic. So this time, I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves, and they're going to give you their gamer tags. I don't know what the hell that is. As I say, I'm learning this gaming generation, this whole situation now, but I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead. Starting with you.
Going on, Mr. Lowe's, IG, Miami
Mr.
Cuban.
Los, Miami Cuban.
Miami_Cuban.
You've been on here before.
I have
Uh-huh.
420 situation.
Yeah,
I would say I'm a slight gamer, casual gamer.
casual
You
gamer.
know, gamer tag, Soul Snatcher, capital S.
Soul
Soul Snatcher 187, to be exact. I ain't gonna lie. I started this Xbox thing when it was the old Xbox.
Okay,
So it was years in the past, so it was one of those things I was a kid,
okay.
but I kept it. I feel like I'm not about to pay to change my name to play online. I'm not about to pay to change my name.
I got you.
snatch
I got
your
you.
soul
So,
away.
but Soul Snatcher,
187
capital S,
times.
capital S on the Snatcher as well, space 187.
My man.
Corey, aka Big Zeke, on
Big
Xbox One.
Big Z.
Gamer tag Big Zeke 187, PSN Big Zeke 187.
187 real.
My man.
Good
Y'all killing everything moving. Soul Snatcher.
All day.
Snatcher Souls, all
187.
day.
What's your gamer
We
tag?
got Crush Life King over here. You already know Crush Life King on Instagram. On Xbox One, we got Crush Life King. Yeah, it's Crush Life King everywhere. PSN though, we got King killed them all. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's a killer.
Everybody.
Murdering
That's
niggas.
what we do.
That's why. What you gonna get a weak name? Oh,
Nah,
man.
mine's not weak at
Yeah.
all. Mine's is
What
Let's
you go
Go
by?
Hunt. Oh, well, my name's James. Let's Go Hunt 1023.
That's
all
killing
together.
too.
Still hunting.
That's still
I mean,
killing.
All
Still hunting.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Y'all hunting and
But
killing.
you know what though? I like his old joint. He
PSN.
switched it up. He switched it up. I like his old joint.
Okay.
Stony Hunter.
Stony Hunter, that was
It
his
was.
name?
That was.
He
that
got
That
was-
was
killed.
infamous.
He
Stony
got
Hunter
killer
was
in
infamous.
his name, so he can't.
Stony
really
Hunter
name
was
it.
my joke.
I had to basically leave that name in the past
Okay.
Killed him.
okay.
because
Killed
I
him
switched
off.
over from
Yeah,
my
Let's Go
Xbox
Hunt.
over to
I
PlayStation.
did that too. Xbox.
So, I started out PlayStation, but switched over to Xbox and then went back over to PlayStation. So,
And that's what we're about to get into too.
Yeah.
So y'all see who my guests are. We super deep tonight. We heavy out here tonight. This is a conversation that I felt that needed to be had. I've never really been a gamer, and so I just want to start it off like basically when I first came into this whole gaming lifestyle. I was always like playing Nintendo. I looked at it as, okay, I had a Nintendo game I played, and that was that. When it was time for me to go to bed, I went to bed. And the reason why I'm intrigued by this conversation, this topic, is because now it seems that this whole gaming lifestyle has turned into where people have lost marriages, lose their families, lose a whole hell of a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
It's like
Crazy.
things that I don't really understand. Like how I said, I started off with the Nintendo generation. I played it, and I know y'all probably like, what the hell? Is this guy that old? I'm really not. So I just lived another past life. But it's like the Nintendo generation. I played games. You know, my parents really couldn't afford the certain games that I may have wanted. You know, the graphics weren't high tech like they are now. So we're just gonna have this conversation based on how the gaming lifestyle culture has evolved and where we're at now. So, you know, y'all heard where I'm starting it from. How do y'all feel? Like, what?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay, talk to
I might
me.
even
The
tell
casual
my-
gamer.
I might even tell I'm a casual gamer. I'm not a
Your influenced opinions, though. You
Of
got the hat
course.
on.
all day.
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, my man.
But I'm not gonna lie to you. I might throw my age out here, but Atari. Atari was the first real system out here.
Okay.
They gave you that gaming type system. This shit old as hell. It was a low ass joystick,
Right.
2 buttons,
Right.
basic gaming.
Right.
Shit was lit back then.
Lit.
When Nintendo came out,
Right.
what was it, 32 or 16-bit?
Nah, 8-bit.
8-bit.
It just showed you the 8-bit from the Atari. It was lit.
Okay.
Yeah, Duck Hunt. Everybody understands. If you had Nintendo, your first couple games, even if you got for Christmas, you had Duck Hunt
Right.
because it came with that.
Did you
Slash
know?
Mario.
A little sidebar. Did
Go
you
ahead.
know that in Duck Hunt, if you had a second controller, the second controller controlled the duck?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, nobody knew that.
What?
I didn't know that growing up. Did you know that?
No.
The second controller controlled the duck.
I ain't find that out until I got
Probably-
to college.
Man,
Right,
what,
yeah,
man, we
okay.
was grown. We were
playing
all the way
It
grown.
wasn't even
man.
Nintendo no more. Like,
Whole time,
that's the crazy part.
niggas would be crying because it's not their turn.
Right.
Hold on,
Whole
you could have
time they
been
could've been a part of
controlling the ducks.
Right.
And you
But see,
could,
that
yeah.
shows you the Nintendo how like
Right.
they even hold their whole scope of what they thought of and how they had it. We didn't know that.
Right.
And that wasn't even told. Obviously, wasn't told because back then there wasn't no manuals.
Right.
You didn't get
Right.
manuals. You got the game,
Right.
put it in.
Right. And you just play.
Play
It was
It was
manuals.
only like
yo.
2
We
There wasn't no
wasn't
manuals back then with
reading.
Nintendo.
They had
Not
basic
really.
manuals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
basics.
but it's
They
A,
were-
it's A and B.
The
now.
real
ain't
manuals
tell us
didn't
that.
really come to like Super Nintendo.
You have more
Right.
buttons.
Like with
Yeah.
the whole books.
Because
You get.
what you could do, A and B, punch, kick.
Right.
I mean, that was the manuals back then. You don't remember? It's like one little
But
page.
they would
joint,
explain stuff
open
like
up.
power ups and
Yeah, I mean, but
basic
that's
stuff.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So then, okay. So like, what are you saying? So you started off with Atari.
Atari, I did have an Atari with the little paddles that you doing. I was lit back then.
And so
And then when
now,
Nintendo came,
what have you evolved to?
I mean,
And that's how I'm gonna go to all.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm at the Xbox One.
Okay, because that's like a big thing now, right? Because
It's a battle.
It's a battle
Xbox
between
One and PlayStation. That's it.
Okay.
You only got 2 game systems right now. Yeah, Nintendo been around, but to be honest, when people talk about like when you have like rivals, like you say Redskins, Cowboys, Ravens, Pittsburgh,
I'm
rival
Redskins.
shit.
You're Cowboys.
Of course.
Yeah.
So when you do rival type shit, like Nintendo's not a rival now.
Right. They're obsolete.
they're not, in
Not
the console.
obsolete.
They're in a different market.
It's
all
like
age.
it's like
age.
Xbox and PlayStation are like 2 rival brothers that's fighting each other, and Nintendo's like the older sister that stays out of it, but like
Why can't it be
Like,
the older
yeah,
brother?
she's around.
Why can't it be the older brother?
Live.
The older sister? Why I say
Yeah,
older
actually,
sister?
You know
Because
what?
I'm not trying to be sexist and have
Yeah,
all males in the
yeah,
scenario.
yeah.
You gotta have the females
Okay.
added in the
said
scenario
father.
too. You know.
The father. Okay.
Atari was the mother, or Atari was the father, Nintendo the mother, whatever. Because Atari was the father of all gaming.
Okay. Well, no,
Am I wrong?
Odyssey,
The
right?
Odyssey.
Odyssey,
Yeah, 'cause
right? You're right,
I
you're
do
right,
know
you're
about
right,
the
you're right,
Odyssey.
you're
That
right,
was
you're
this.
You're
Just in case if nobody
Yeah,
knows, that was the square
Yeah.
and what?
Well, the Odyssey was the console.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Pong was like the first actual
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, Pong.
Okay.
Yeah, which was basically
Like
like
the
a
controller with the dial.
yeah, and
Okay.
it was basically like an implementation of table tennis.
Table tennis.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, yeah, it's just a ball going back and forth,
Back and
and you
You had to
control
roll.
some
You
type
had
of line.
Yeah, you got control.
Y'all
you
know
got
this
back-
stuff. Y'all
And
know
that was
this
like the first
I don't
video
know.
game.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
He
that
said
you was
he
able
don't
to
know.
bring into the house.
Right.
And then Atari, like
You don't know
on
because
top of
it ain't
that.
your age. Is why.
So I
You
bought
got
that
stuff like
joystick.
Pac-Man and
Yeah. I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie, Pac-Man killed the game though. Pac-Man was even now. Pac-Man's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
Pac-Man's
when
cool.
you start thinking about, that's the thing about when you start thinking about what it was is when you start thinking about in-home gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you start talking about
They brought
gaming,
it
you think
into
about
the house.
arcades. Ain't no
Yeah.
more arcades.
Well, I
Is
guess,
it? Is
yeah.
there
I mean, it's no need for them
You got
anymore.
Dave and Buster's was probably the
Yeah, that's what I was
closest
gonna
thing
say.
to
Dave and
But
Buster.
it's
You
not a
have
real
you also
arcade.
have the in Clinton
Underground.
landslide.
That's the underground
and,
joint.
Yeah,
hologram.
yeah. But
That's-
that's the closest thing we
But
had.
they do, you're right. But they do a lot more gaming. They don't just do actual video games. They do like card gaming. They do a lot of gaming.
Yeah.
You're right. So
Yeah.
they do still do they do uphold the gaming wise, but I'm like when it comes to when we grew up,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
went to the arcade.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
that
they
is
should.
true.
That's one of the things. If you didn't, like you said, you didn't have much money, so if you
Right,
couldn't
right,
get a
right, right.
console when it wasn't out, if it was out, you go to the arcade.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I mean,
even if I had quarters.
even the
if I had quarters to
Yeah,
afford it.
when
Yeah.
you get the quarters. you
The
get the
in-home
quarters.
games
You know
versus
you
the
probably
arcade
went to the quarters.
games.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to the game, that's where everybody at.
Well,
All your
I don't
buddies
know
is
about
there.
you, but
You know
I
how to
always
cheat
went
the
the pocket
Jones?
change.
Huh?
I always went the pocket change.
That- that
What
was-
was it?
That was.
Well, the Parker Chase
okay.
was the joke. That was the game in the
Forestville.
Shout
that
out
was it.
Waldorf. Shout out where else?
Forestville.
Forestville.
Forestville,
They did
yeah.
have a game in John.
Okay.
Yeah, but arcades are basically dead now.
Dead.
Yeah, I mean it's no need for them. We have online gaming now.
Online game and took it away.
We can wait till we get home from the mall now.
Arcades are the reason why we're able to have the games that we have now.
Exactly.
Right.
Because they basically sustained the gaming industry long enough for it to mature to the point where we can have the games
Exactly.
we have today.
Exactly.
Because
And they
arcade-
gave us the concept of the social aspect of it. Because
Exactly.
we were
Yeah.
coming in just like lobbies now. We go to lobbies, we playing with a bunch of
Exactly.
people we don't
Exactly.
know. Go to arcade, we playing Mortal Kombat with a bunch of people we don't know. Developing
But,
relationships.
people,
right
but
there.
also
Yeah.
peep this too. You go to the casinos now and you got your virtual dealers. You'll have one dealer, but you can seat
Oh
six,
yeah, you talking about like
8 people
Texas Hold'em
at
and-
one,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
one table
Right.
or whatever. If you looked at it, those consoles that they had back in the day, it would be one player, or then it went to 2 players, then it went to 4 players,
Yeah.
and then those tournament edition ones had 6 to 8 players, like on one
Yeah.
big
Games
game
like X-Men.
machine,
Yeah.
and you like.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's
Yeah.
what sort of made me feel like, man, if the games can start doing that, I guarantee we about to start being online with it. And then years later, that's how, I mean, not to get into the evolution of it, but that's exactly how it
Got
started.
you.
It's like,
You got to
We're
though.
gonna go
it's
into
like
that.
everything went from it being big time on your screen to worldwide. So instead of them dropping it to different locations, they could just drop everything from one location.
Yeah.
Right.
Now we can download everything. We can,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
So
So
That's the difference. Because before,
It's-
back then, you didn't have no memory cards.
Right.
Like the actual system.
Oh yeah, you had to
was a
put
hard
in the
drive.
code to
No,
get
but
back.
even
To,
in, like a lot of the systems had like some type of memory in it, but it
They
wasn't
actually had a battery in the cartridge.
for the memory, right?
Yeah,
Oh, in the card.
because your
yeah.
battery can
Yeah.
actually die. Like if you go back and play like a Nintendo game
Yeah.
now where you had a save on it, it might be gone because they
yeah.
had like a little battery in the actual cartridge. that
I'm
was
trying to
saved.
That's
learn.
why a
I'm
lot of
trying to
games. That's
gain
why a lot of
that
games you
grace
had
from
to
you
save. You had to write down a code
Yeah, they had a
to
password.
save it. Instead of saving, you would have to get your little code and then you
Yeah.
go start the game up and then put the code in and it take you back to where you were.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the crazy
hold
part.
on.
How that
Time
shit-
out. This is a lot of information for me.
You
to
should
get
know
at one
this.
time.
This is back when you was you know what I'm
this-
saying.
Well, I'm still a young guy. I'm
Yeah,
still a young guy.
but-
I'm
yeah,
still
yeah.
a young guy.
But even
I'm
still,
still a
you
young
got
guy.
to understand is like even back then, like a lot of people that did have the game and stuff
Didn't
not really
understand.
considered gamers. They just had it.
Yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of people they
Yeah,
parents
see,
buy for
that's
Christmas.
the
all type
whole
of
difference
stuff.
between then and now,
Now,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Now you have people that call themselves gamers, and
Right.
it's a lot more mainstream. But
Yeah.
before, you just had a game system.
That's
Right.
it.
And sometimes
you're right.
you would play it, sometimes
That's
you
it.
would go outside.
Right.
Whereas nowadays
Who's
you
outside
got
most
people
of the
that
time?
It's a whole
mainly-
culture. It's
Yeah.
a whole culture now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let-
Well, then let me say this. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
This is Big Zeke. We're in IO Studios. If you like the content you're watching, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos.
All right, so we're back. Like how we left off, we were talking about how it's a culture, like it's evolved into the culture now. So, what do y'all feel of, as far as that?
You know what? Honestly, because like I said, I'm an old school gamer,
Right.
so I started off with a lot. But I'd say I'm an old school gamer, but also I wasn't as blessed to get a lot of the game systems.
Right.
That I have a lot of friends. I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day, it was outside all the time. But you knew that one person, you go to the house, had all the games. Y'all play the games for a minute, but no parents is gonna let you sit there and play games for 10, 20 hours at all. So you're gonna play for like what you want to play. That's the game time. You still outside, but they had all the joints. So, but just even now with the way the culture's going with it, you had all right. So now it's like what, like you said, one player. Yeah. And you got 2 players. That's like it's considered multiplayer, but that's 2. And then when you got evolved into, was it 64 or Super Nintendo? So now you can play 4 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that goes in the memory card situation too. Add a memory. You can start saving things now.
Wow.
They started developing games that you can back up what you did instead of going, you die, and you come back, you got to start all over again.
Right, and then when you think about the technology evolution, they're able to do more. So like nowadays, like when we were playing games on Nintendo and Super Nintendo, you didn't have voiceovers and stuff like that. You didn't have cinematics. But nowadays you got audio voiceovers with actual voice actors. You got cinematics. You got
actual actors?
Animation models. Yeah.
Back in the day, you had ticks.
Matter of fact, Luke Cage is on Halo 5.
That's what.
Luke Cage is on Halo 5.
So when you think about it, how that affects games, you got much longer games now. Whereas on Nintendo, you would have like stages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I got to stage 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's broken
Right.
down
Right.
into smaller pieces.
Right.
But if you play a game like Grand Theft Auto, I mean, you got missions, but it's a long, overarching story.
Like a whole life you got to live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right. Alternative
It's
life.
like a whole career.
And so it enables you to play
Life is
for
better on
much
PC.
longer periods of time. You can play for 3, 4, 5 hours. Where
Right.
if you playing Mario, I
Right.
mean, you play for that long, you're either terrible or you already beat the
Yeah,
game.
you played
You beat it about 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
You beat it about 5 times.
Yeah, exactly.
You just like
Yeah.
playing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So, like, because I know this is from just talking with you guys. I know y'all passionate about gaming. I know y'all have certain levels of gaming. You got a casual gamer. You got
I don't know if it's casual.
I know, casual, semi-hardcore. Casual.
Casual,
He's
I'm casual in the
He's
world.
a passionate.
Yeah, exactly.
Passionate.
Yeah, there you go.
I call myself. I'm kind of like a mercenary gamer. I don't game.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't game.
Mercenary
like, yeah, I don't game too much too often. Like I just got Xbox One after having the Xbox 360 and a PlayStation.
I know, you finally
for a
upgraded.
long
I'm
time.
happy for you.
For a very
You
long
finally
time.
play online.
But the thing is that
So
I'm
happy.
a mercenary gamer in that I will come over your house and destroy you in whatever
Oh.
game you got.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
And that's
definitely
the thing. That's what
That's what influenced
That's
the game,
definitely
right?
influenced the play.
that's my gift. I mean, with the game, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a passionate casual gamer. Is he?
Passionate casual.
You know what I'm saying? He's a hardcore
throwing
gamer.
super shot.
I'm a mercenary. Like call me, I'm a ringer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Call me
no.
over. I will come and smash whoever it is.
All right,
You know
no,
what I'm saying? Whatever game. That's the thing. Any game.
All right,
Stop.
stop. So what
James
I'm
laughing because he like these weaklings over here.
So what I'm all right. So what I'm saying is this, right? Because I know we can do many other episodes about this, and I know y'all are gonna hate me for this, and the people probably will because they probably want us to go through the whole evolution. But because of our time, you know, we're gonna skip things up a little bit more. So we gave everybody's like how would you say your foundation, their foundation, and then
the gaming foundation,
and then the whole time y'all gave to where y'all at with gaming.
Yeah.
You know, as far as if you're passionate, casual, whatever. We have 2 gentlemen now on the panel. They're both married.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's a significant thing.
It does matter.
Know, they have families. So I think the thing that really intrigued me is how does it come to the point where these just people, not men, just anybody, because there's women gamers, and maybe we'll have some women gamers come on here. How does it get to the point where people are losing their families, where they're losing jobs, losing all types of stuff? How does it get to that point? And I think I'll go to the married men first. You know,
I have
because
a lot to say about that, actually. And it's going to sound like I'm going off topic a little bit, but I'm going to bring it right back. So with things like Facebook and Instagram, social media, they've done a lot of research in how do you keep a person engaged in a certain media platform, right?
Okay.
And basically the game industry has been leveraging that over time.
Right.
And so they do that with games like Call of Duty with the feedback loop of like achievements, like how do you they dangle the carrot in front of you and say, well, you play 10 more minutes and you get this thing. You'll get another gun or you'll get another character.
Weekends.
Yeah, exactly. Things like that.
Say it one more time.
Double XP weekends.
Yeah.
Double XP weekends.
This is a double. Yeah, this is a double weekend right now.
Yeah.
We could be. I could be playing right now, getting double
little
points.
marketing campaigns and
You know
stuff
what
like
I'm
that. And so they keep you playing for an extended period of time. And so they kind of bait you in, especially with games like if you think about Fortnite, which is free to play, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite, I heard a
They
lot
get
about
you.
that.
They get you playing the game, and once they get you addicted or kind of hooked on the game, kind of immersed in the game,
Right.
then they start charging you money for things. Like, do you want to buy this loot box? And they basically drew that from the gambling industry, right?
Right.
And they call it the magic of maybe. Like when you pull a slot machine on, like you may win something, you may not. And so they do that with loot boxes where you get some random assortment of things.
Hell yeah.
And so you spend money.
Right.
You may get what you wanted, you may not, but then you
It's
spend
kinda
more
like-
money, right?
It's kind of like to bring it into your world since you don't play video games.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember the little pack of cards,
Right.
the little playing cards.
Right.
You don't know what cards you're gonna get in there.
Right.
But it's like what $2-3, and
Like
you might get a
trading
King
cards,
Griffey Jr. Joint, you might get a Barry Bonds Joint,
Right.
but you probably just gonna get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't
Somebody
think
full
nobody
card.
else.
Right.
Full card. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think
Get a
it's
bunch of
good.
bombs.
All right, so like how he was talking on, he was touching on it, and so I want you to bring it back, like how you were saying, like how that goes, and then I want James to explain, like, because basically, since y'all have a whole different situation than myself, even though I'm not a gamer,
Yeah.
but with Kingston and with Miami Cuban, you know what
So
I
with
mean?
me-
Yeah.
With me,
How do you balance it? But you know what I mean? Because
so my
when you
thing
got-
is,
okay.
I'm not even on social media at all because
Okay.
I'm kind of aware of it and I've been on it before, so I know how much time it takes. So I really don't have the time for it. I work full time. I'm in school. I have a kid, so I can't really do
You
that.
married,
So I do
you
this-
have a wife.
right. I have
Yeah.
a wife.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out.
Yeah. I won't.
You made it worse. I skipped over it.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, so I do the same thing with video games. So like video games that have those type of design models,
Okay.
I just kind of stay away from. So like I don't play Fortnite. I don't play
Oh.
Battlegrounds. I
But
don't,
hold on.
I don't play World of Warcraft.
I do, and
You know?
they stole money
Yeah.
from me.
Look, so I mean, because and James, we're gonna get to you.
Yeah,
You know
it's
that.
cool.
But so what I'm trying to figure out is because you're saying you avoid these types of games.
Yeah.
What it's because they have this certain type of like
Yeah, they have these
marketing
elements.
model or some
You can see it.
certain.
Yeah, they have the elements that basically hook you into long gaming sessions.
Okay.
And so I tend to play
Never
games
ending.
that I can pick up, play, and then I can stop whenever I
down
want.
and
So they
walk
tend
away.
to be one-player games. They
Yeah.
tend to not be multiplayer games.
Okay.
I still consider myself a hardcore gamer because of the type of games I play, but I try to stay away from the ones that'll engage me for hours and hours on end because I just don't have the time to invest.
Got you. How you feel, James?
No, I was gonna say like with me, I if you have a relationship with your wife when you married and she knows that you play the games and stuff like that. Because when I first met my wife, I told her I play the video game.
Gotcha.
Right.
I
You had to keep it
go out.
100, right?
I go out. I
Yes.
like having fun and stuff.
But this is what I do.
Sometimes I need a little bit of time to myself.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I wanna play the game. I'm not going nowhere. I'm gonna be down here. I wanna play this game. My wife was like, all right, just instead of you coming down here and playing umpteen hours and just playing, tell me when you're gonna get on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you get on, I know that you'll probably play for an hour or two or whatever, but if you know you getting down there, and this is when I had Xbox, you going down there with Loves.
Right. Yeah. He did tell me.
With Miami Cuban. You're going down there with him. You need to.
This is online. This is
Yeah,
online.
all right.
Okay.
That's how he did
She
tell me.
like,
She told me that
set
too.
a time.
Yeah, she told me
Like
that
she
too.
like if y'all gonna go down there at 8, I don't care. Just make sure everything that we got
Yeah.
going on is done before 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just able to stick to that time frame because I want to do what I want.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I respected it.
Okay.
I respected it because I ain't gonna lie.
Well, you gotta respect it. You're
Yeah.
not married, though.
No,
You
but
gotta
but
respect it.
here's the thing, though. Me and the guy right here been gaming. Me and him been gaming for a while.
Right.
Literally, I ain't gonna lie. When these snow seasons come, you know, we ain't no wives, we ain't no kids, we ain't no snow season come.
We'll have fun.
We look at the game. What game we ain't got? All right, we go buy the same games. I literally went in the snow joint. It was snowing. I went to Best Buy. I got it. Best Buy was like, it was about to get down. I was like, let's get these games.
Buy everything.
Because I know I'm about to be locked in because it's about to be snowed in.
Yeah.
Got in, me and this man, all night on the game.
On the game.
On the game. Like I said, I'm counting on, but that night we on whatever. Call of Duty, Madden, anything.
Taking smoke breaks and everything.
Yeah, take smoke breaks. Because you know what? I ain't gonna lie.
You in a minute.
My thing is too, if you're,
minutes.
This is my opinion. My first opinion though. If you're a gamer though, you got a headset. You don't got the fucking Xbox joint or the joint that come with it. You got a decent joint.
Yeah,
so if you outside smoking the joint, you take your breaks. It's on your head while
headset on.
talking. You're like, I'll be back. What you doing? You smoking the joint? All right, we can come right back. That's what it was. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what it was.
Yeah. So when you talk,
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say when you talk about like the relationships breaking up and stuff, he's probably an outlier as far as an example. Like a lot of people aren't able to stick to those time frames.
Right.
Like they'll say I'll play for just 1 hour and then they end up playing for 2 or end up playing for 3. And so even if you tell your partner that you're a gamer up front, they be like, all right, you play games. But
they don't know the extent.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They might not know that you might play for 4 or 5
can't do that with
hours.
everybody.
You know what? That brings it back to why what you were saying, like people losing their families.
Yeah, because so this is the thing. So okay, so y'all touched on that. I can kind of understand how people can lose certain families and stuff like that, and y'all can touch on it a little more. But then, how is it that people are like the kids? How are they losing this? How are they spending or swiping credit cards?
Check it out.
Where does that
I can
come
say
from?
that. All right, I don't. I'm not married.
Okay.
But I got a family.
Okay, you have a family, but you're not married
yet.
yet.
So
you're not married yet.
So
congratulations when you do get to that point. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But it's a few ways that can happen.
Has it happened to you?
You could have a kid that just grab a credit card and put in the numbers, and then now you got like my homie, his daughter got, I want to say his daughter, and then I had another young lady homie, her son got like $300 worth of Fortnite stuff.
Wow.
Just because a lot of times, like a young kid doesn't understand money
for anybody, because we ain't never touched on Fortnite. So anybody that doesn't know about Fortnite, explain to them this whole, because it was a craze. It was a craze.
It still is.
It's still a craze.
Fortnite is a game that pretty much it's a fun game. It is. It kind of is the Antichrist. Fortnite is the Antichrist.
You can play it on your phone now.
So when
you leave your console, you can go on your phone.
You can't say that. No, we can't say that because a couple years ago, Pokemon Go was the Antichrist.
Yeah, and see, I was gonna bring that up too.
That don't get people robbed.
And then World of Warcraft was all these games.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So explain. All right. So explain it though.
All right. So Fortnite is just a game that like it drops you down on the island. You know how like shooting games, you gotta shoot each other. That's a lot of games out there now. Fortnite is one where you drop down on the island with 100 other people, and you got to be the last man standing. It's a last man standing type game. Battle Royale is what it's called. It's like its own genre now.
Is that on solo or is that on quads too?
Well, with quads is for a team of 4.
So you gotta be the last team standing.
Last team standing. Even if it's like one person left in the team, like you got to be the last, team standing.
Okay. And even when you think about that, 100 people. Playing in one game, that's already way longer an investment, like a potential investment. If you play a game,
the island is miles long.
Yeah. So if you sit down to play a game where you want to be the last man standing of 100,
you're gonna play.
You gotta invest. If you're gonna end up being the last man standing, you're gonna have played for a decent amount of time.
How long is the actual what do you say? How long is the time limit? Because every game got like a time limit.
That's a good question. Well, of course, it depends on how long you last.
No, but is it? It's always a time limit. So it's like
150.
150
hours. So with Fortnite,
like fall out there saying, hey,
because even Black Ops got a time limit.
Right.
Yeah, you got a score point.
Gameplay on it.
With
Or is there no
Fortnite,
time limit on it?
Right.
There's no time limit.
So with Fortnite, what it does is with all of the battle royale, it's the storm is the time limit.
True. You're right.
So what it does is
storm.
It's a storm. All right,
It's a storm.
It's like a big.
What the fuck?
It's like a hurricane. The island it's a hurricane on the island, right?
So this is what the game is based on.
You're in
so this kids that
Well, it's
Well,
a game
wait,
mechanic.
well,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
of all,
game mechanic.
parental discretion is
You'll
advised.
understand-
They know.
You'll
So,
understand why in a second, but I'm gonna explain.
It's a game mechanic.
All right, so it's 100. It's 100 people on an island that's miles big.
Yeah,
This is at least I think 12 square miles
And this
on
is
Fortnite.
what game? Fortnite.
Fortnite. I think it's like 12 square miles. It might be more, it might be less, but that's still a lot.
Okay.
All right,
no
so-
question.
Really big.
100
For a
people.
little dude,
and
you right.
everybody's got to kill each other. All these 100 people got to
Kill
kill
or
each
be
other.
killed.
So now you got to think about it. Well, you might not know about it because.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, so they have these things called campers in the video game world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And campers is somebody that's going to sit in one spot and is not going to move until you see somebody walk across him. He's going to shoot that guy.
Okay.
Right. All right, so you have campers.
He may
So
move to another spot.
let's say we didn't have the storm. All right, well, let me explain what the storm does first.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so the storm is you're in the eye of the storm on the whole island, and it shows you where the eye of the storm is going to shrink to.
Okay.
All right, so you got to get within that circle.
Okay.
If you don't get in that circle, you'll get caught in the storm, and your health will go down and you'll die.
Yeah.
So
So you got to be within the battle.
as the game
Okay.
progresses, the circle
Yeah, yeah,
gets
yeah.
smaller.
Okay.
It keeps getting smaller and smaller. So that's basically pressing all the 100 people in together
If there's
into each other.
So it'd be an actual fight.
Yeah.
That's to keep
Yeah.
it going.
Yeah,
and hurry up and get
that's
it over.
like I say, it's
Yeah.
a game mechanic to make sure people actually fuck
That's
with
the
that game.
drug.
Right,
It'd
right,
be
right.
like your placement because even at the end it tells you what placement you are when you do die.
Right.
You was 5, 24, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
100. So it places you there. So once it gets down to the small section there, to be honest, you're not gonna see 100 people there.
All right,
A lot of
so
people
yeah,
down
once-
the storm,
I get it. It's-
a lot of them get shot.
Once
So
about
when they get
30
there-
seconds into it, it's only 50 people left. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people laying right next to each other and kill the person next
Yeah,
to them.
exactly.
So let me ask you this though. Okay, so we say this, right? And like how y'all say it, and y'all know, I'm not the true gamer.
Mhm.
So when you look at it from that standpoint, how is it that they make these games, they try to make it where as though they push everybody together to hurry up and maximize or end the game in a certain level. How is it that they're making money or they're doing extra things for people to spend
and this,
extra money
and that's what it
in
is.
this industry?
It's
You know
that-
what I
It has,
mean?
it has its own category.
Because I don't.
It has
Because
its own
hold on,
category.
let me tell you this. Because see, like as y'all know, as I said, the gaming that I know, you bought the game. If you wanted to spend any extra money, you bought like a cheap magazine.
Yeah.
You know, like
I remember
they
that.
had no magazines and they show you no
Oh, you
cheat
might have
codes.
the game genie.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So it's like now it's evolved into this thing where it's like now
It's a
people,
market.
yeah.
It's a
So
market.
so they're doing a whole lot of extra things now to make extra money now.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Yeah.
Back in the day, even the games were cheaper. Right now,
What-
just to buy
very true.
just a standard game, you're gonna pay $60. But what they do now is now they put it on category add-ons. So they got add-ons and virtual cash and type stuff depending on the game. So now you buy a single game, but now they got you can pay $50 more and get these extra maps that we're gonna put it on it anyway. But you can be the exclusive one to get it at the end of the game when it's another new game, 2 years or whatever time.
Mhm.
You're getting it for free anyway if you still got the game. But right now, if you want to be exclusive and get these new maps or get these new skins for the gun or anything that's an add-on, you want to get all that. Like there's extra money. That's how they get their money.
And what,
Once they
what
have
he's
it.
saying is actually the slightly older model.
Yeah.
Because like the newer model is just give them the game for free.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
give them the game
that-
for
remember,
free.
that's the Fortnite.
And then
That's the
and then
Fortnite.
charge them
For anything
to,
else.
Yeah, to,
That's
I
that
think
Facebook.
you
It's
was
the
talking
Facebook.
about something like that.
Facebook Candy Crush is what I call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
okay.
Facebook
That's
Candy
exactly
Crush
what it
model
is.
right there.
Okay.
So when you
They-
think,
Oh, go ahead. My bad.
so real quick, they did research right on the dopamine hit cycle,
Yeah.
right?
The dopamine.
Yeah. So,
So are you dope
dopamine.
fiends? Are you dope fiends?
Basically,
Yes.
I call them
So
junkies.
dopamines.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
dopamine is the chemical in the brain, and it gives
Yeah.
you
Right.
a feeling of
Euphoria.
Euphoria. Okay.
Yeah. So they did some studies and they compared it to using cocaine. Cocaine gives you about a 400% increase in dopamine. And playing these games, they scan these people's brains in MRIs and they said it's a little bit less than 400%, but it's pretty close to the same level you get from using cocaine.
Wow.
And this is how they set up, and it's the same as, like you said, the Facebook model and the Candy Crush model. They actually designed the games to give you that dopamine hit, and then they drag it out. So that's how they do the game progression.
Mhm.
You get the initial game, you play it for a little while, and then it starts to slow down, and then you want to get that hit again. Well, how do you get that hit? I mean, you probably need new weapons.
You
So
play
then
for
you get
play for
further.
a couple more
You
hours, you'll be
carry.
on that next level.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that next level has
Well, I need to
everything.
level up. Yeah, so I can be more resilient. I can be stronger. Or
You know,
whatever.
And it's funny that you said that because it's, even with that word, dope and all that.
Yeah.
In Florida,
Yeah.
being from Miami and stuff. My boy, shout out to Larry, my man. That's my brother, my cousin.
Port of Miami. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
We-
Miami Cuban.
Down there, it's like Madden is tough. Like
Okay.
sports, period. It's tough down there.
Alright.
Madden is
Smash
tough.
everybody.
There's slang down there for dudes that be on the game like that, junkie.
Oh yeah.
They were like, man, that man junkie on the game, like, cause dude is like you
Yeah,
said,
that's how you be playing.
on that. I gotta keep playing. They'll literally put a TV outside your house on the side. Everybody's out there.
Nah,
Balling.
stop it.
No,
What?
It might be
Nah,
money
man.
involved on that, but
Nah,
that's the word they use. Man, that man junkie on the game.
But they'll play it outside at the
Yeah.
house.
Oh, it's real.
Man,
Well,
Super Bowl, I ain't gonna lie to you,
shouldn't
Super
be
Bowl,
surprised by
Super
it,
Bowl,
though.
1 year Super Bowl. 1 year, I forgot what Super Bowl was. I was living down there. My boy, we brought the little TV out.
Right.
We had the, I don't know, was it PlayStation or Xbox? I
And
can't
you
remember
talking
what it
about the TV outside?
was. Like, actual TV outside. We was watching the game outside. We was watching the game, like,
But
back
y'all
then,
watching the
we wasn't
game?
flat screen back then.
Right.
We watching the game, but they got the halftime. Came on bar and shit.
We gonna
Threw
play the game.
on. Threw Madden on. So we left out real football
Yeah.
and threw virtual football on.
Right.
And that's what we was on.
Wow.
And we didn't even watch the game no more. We like, watch
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's a smooth
And that's-
addiction.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how they design
That's
it.
what I'm saying. And that's the crazy part.
That's the goal. It's
It
an
is.
addiction.
That's
Wow.
how they get that kind of
It
money.
works,
Well, I mean, when you think
And
about
I ain't going.
I mean, they have
Worse
actual.
though, I got
ads.
four more levels of Fortnite, so I can get that battle pass.
I'm gonna say
So.
right
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Like,
gonna give you
the fact that he
experience.
knows how many levels he has.
Hey, all I
you
gotta
know
do
what
is
I'm
get
saying?
like 8 more
I'm gonna
times.
give you the experience on even me. My boy, I ain't gonna implement him at all.
Right.
He gets really on it, and he even said that's my problem. I said, like, I'm gonna have to just. He was on the game, literally.
Right.
It
He's
was
on the
daytime.
game.
Like he was like, he gave me like,
like,
play the game, John. We got on the game. Saturday, I played a couple times. I'm like, now I had company, deal with my company. Rest of the night, played
On the game.
for about 8 hours straight. Throughout the game, the beginning stages of us gaming, he was like, yeah, man, did you eat yet? We're gonna go to Wendy's. We're gonna pause for the calls, do our 420 love thing, and then, you know what I mean, whatever. Never did none of that.
Yeah.
Didn't eat,
Just
didn't
doing
drink.
their thing.
just game.
I can't do that after a while.
After I
start
had to
feel
cut
I
it off,
stink. You know,
went to bed, closed the room.
You know what
locked
I'm saying? I
the
feel like,
door.
hold on, I've been sitting
Like,
here.
I gotta move.
Yeah, I've been sitting here. I just gotta move. I think I need to go.
It got to the point he was incoherent, like
some
I.
push-ups or
He did
something.
it before, and I had people come knock on the door, and it was like I had to open the door. I'm like, open the door, like, damn, I was here for a while. I'm like,
Right.
he's just sitting there like,
Just done.
done.
Just
Yeah,
keep
see,
playing.
the people that are losing their
Zoned
marriages
out.
and stuff, that's
Yeah,
like
those-
problem gaming.
Yeah,
Right,
That's the same people that's alcoholics and the
Yes.
same people that's
Addicted.
Yeah,
crackheads.
Because it's addicting, right?
They
They
got, so I mean, yeah, people
Different
have
personality.
like they're predisposed to addiction,
Mhm.
right? And so the number of people that play video games, there's going to be a large percentage of those people that are actually predisposed to addiction as
Mhm.
well.
Right.
And so I'm pretty sure that's probably where the majority of their money comes from.
Right.
Those people that they can't help themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because I mean because like I told y'all, that was the real reason why I reached out to y'all and I wanted y'all to be on this show because I know y'all game. I've never really gamed. I enjoy games. I mean, the most
The
extreme thing.
pioneer. He was in the pioneer stage of the game. That's what it was.
So you trying to say I'm old?
No, I mean, you gotta be beginning to end. Like, with technology right now, what we consider the latest thing, tomorrow they come out with something that's the latest now. That's your old.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it's not
yeah,
the same
yeah.
age wise,
Right.
but
Right.
it's really come with electronics wise. But you did, like you say, Nintendo.
Yeah, no
You started off the Pioneer,
Yeah, yeah.
GameCube, all that.
But I'm gonna tell you one time though, the craziest thing that I ever done, and y'all probably be like, you're just a little gamer,
Probably.
little man,
Probably.
get out of
You
here.
said Nintendo's
But
started.
the first, nah.
Yeah, man. If you like the episode, go ahead and like, subscribe, and shut your mouth up because this is a funeral's opinions.
It was a Wii. I do
Oh,
know
yeah,
about
the Wii,
Nintendo
yeah.
Wii, and it was with my oldest daughter, and we were playing. I think it was bowling.
Yeah.
You know what I
That
mean?
is addictive.
And we were both bowling, and she was crushing me. And I said, you know what? I'm staying up all night because I'm gonna beat her in this game. So I get it. I get it to a certain extent, but I don't understand how people are losing everything over this. So I see it because I'm like, she's not gonna beat me in this game.
Right.
I'm gonna get her.
I'm grown. I've been gaming.
I'm gonna
I've been
stay
gaming
here.
before
I'm
she
gonna
gaming.
practice. I'm gonna practice. I'm
Well,
gonna be up all night.
Well, I'm telling you,
practicing.
to
Talk
me, it's
to
a personal goal. To some people,
I did beat her. I did
to
beat her.
some people, it's a personal goal.
Talk to him.
And instead of them going after the goal in a relationship, instead of them going after the goal, you should think to be like, all right, look, I like this game.
Okay.
And I'm just saying, man, like, you do not have to listen to me. I'm just trying to help people out.
Everybody has their own influence.
Everybody has their own influence opinion. Subscribe to.
Ah, my
And
man.
You gotta look at the end game of it. It's like you plan the game for your personal satisfaction, but you don't want to get yourself too involved in it. You know what I'm saying? As a adult, it's a lot of other things that you get yourself involved in. You should treat gaming like a prize or like a toy.
Yeah,
Because
that's what it's tended at first to be a toy.
People tend to forget, like, all right, man, like I do gotta go to work, and you'll be like, all right, I gotta go to work, but you still got, it's like what, 11 o'clock.
I gotta be the stage.
Like, I know I gotta be to work at 10. Let's say it's 10. And that man, that person, I've known people that do it. That person is going to stay up to be able to get in between how many ever hours that man can sleep. If they sleep for 6 or 7 hours, they gonna play up until it's that time for them to wind down, and then they gonna wind down. Me, I just started out with off the break communication. Look, I be playing this game.
Where you being married right now?
Yeah, with me. I'm talking about me being married.
I got
It's
you.
like I tell her, I'm about to go play this game. All right. It's different because it's like, you know, you can just, it's different for me now because I've got it established already with my wife. I try to see other people doing it and like, or look at other people trying to do it, and it's like it works to a certain extent, but then they go back. They end up reverting back to the same, you know, characteristics and stuff. You just like, damn, you going back, bro? She's still talking about you playing the game. Man, every time I get on the game, man, she's on my back. That's because you go now the person not in the relationship. Now this not married. Now this person is like, oh, I gotta go. Man, I'm gonna try to go down here before she get home. I'm gonna try to get this in.
Right.
You do it like that, then I mean you bound to just get you know sparked on every time you know every time she come home, every time whoever come home, you're like, man, Slim, you on this jump? Man, I only get myself 5 minutes.
I ain't been on that long. You online with your buddy with the headset on, your wife coming in. You still on that game, boy? Hey, I gotta leave real quick. I'll be back.
I was about to get on. You was waiting to see. You just didn't hear because you get lost. People, I've done it. Man, all my homies done it. I've done it. You get lost sometimes into the game, especially you know, saying a good game. And I'm like a adventurous gamer because I play everything. I play, you know, your Red Dead,
RPGs,
your Call of Duty, your basketball, football, adventure.
And I punish him on all them jumps. All them jumps.
And side note, he has no W's in 2K. Ever since 2K came out on Dreamcast.
Damn.
I don't even know what it is. Y'all let me
This man knew I had the memory card with the screen. I was one of the first ones in mind with the memory card with the screen on it. I used to dial in what game I'm about to be on, and my memory card
We go online. Don't they hold your record online? Yeah,
all right, but hold on. All right, so
I'm gonna cut you off. Can I say something? Because even with all this game stuff, you know where it all with the people that are privileged and able to buy these particular things.
Right.
Because even with now how it elevates, you can buy all type of accessories to give you the edge. Like you said, when you was talking about the pride, the goals.
Yeah.
I need to beat this person. I need to win. I need to get 1,000 kills. I need to get this. I need to beat this. So people really go. That's enough when it goes to the money spending.
Right.
They go into buying these $100 controllers, these add-ons that you want to add to this or this particular screen, this particular TV. Now, because sometimes gamers really go into the TVs too.
Right.
You're not gonna play a advanced game system on no standard ass TV or no. You're gonna get you.
But that
there's even a term for that called pay to win, right?
Yeah.
So they talk about that with free games. They say that they give you this game for free, but then they entice people to just spend money because the more money you spend, the better you'll be at the game.
Exactly.
You'll have the best weapons, you'll have the best armor or whatever it
They're
is.
trying to give it a man like here. If you buy this may give you an edge on this.
That's
but the whole time, you know, everybody
it's
like
definitely
it.
frowned
That's
upon.
frowned upon
And,
now.
and
in
they
the game
try to
community.
kind of like
They keep trying to sneak it in, like in different ways, different directions.
they
But you know what? I don't
Trying-
even like the
Well, not necessarily sneak the play to win thing in, but sneak the pay. I said pay to win.
Yeah.
Pay to win thing in, but sneak the pay to then fucking play.
exactly. Yeah.
Pay to enjoy yourself. That's what they're doing.
That, see, that came all
It's
in
pay
now
to
that
enjoy
you got to pay for online systems.
But
'Cause even like with PS3 was free when it went to the 4. Now you got to pay with.
and that's why I
Xbox.
moved from PlayStation to Xbox because I was mad at that. I was like, I might as well be on live because you can't be in part. Well, can you do that now? Be in parties outside the games on PlayStation? Because of Xbox,
Xbox you can.
Yeah, I can just log in and be in a party with you and we be rapping. Yeah, you can.
But we don't have to be on the same game. Or I ain't got.
Right. But in PlayStation, you had to be in the same game to be.
Oh, yeah, you're
to
right,
be able
you're
to chat
right,
with
you're
each
right,
other.
And all that extra pay stuff wasn't really in the console games before. You could just buy the game and play the game.
That's it.
That
Play the
like
game.
came around with mobile games.
Yep.
When people start downloading mobile games.
Remember
and then
when
they
you
start
had to be
charging
good
for
to get the extra shit? Like you had to be
you had
like
to do
good at
something
the shit.
special. Yeah.
You have to play the game more.
but that's what I was
You
just
have to play
saying.
more than
You
what.
had to beat the job.
Yeah, beat the job. Yeah.
Because a lot of times,
Beat it
especially
on
with
expert.
like role playing games as well. With the role playing games, when you first go through the first string, you try to even if you think you found everything, you go through it. And then you look at the completion rate, you're like 63% complete.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
I done beat the game. What do you mean?
Everything.
So now it's like you got to go back, so that it gives you to go back into. So when to get everything, you had to be good.
Yeah, and
But
all
now-
that was free.
Yep.
But
Yeah, now you pay
they like,
for it,
hey
you
man,
get that,
you want
you
this
get that.
extra secret stuff? Just give us $3.99.
Right.
You know?
And you can get everything.
That's fine.
But see, I get.
But it comes back to the point of the cheat code books.
Nah, but those who
Yeah.
can afford it though, like if those that can afford it, I would say to get the actual like pro edition of the game. Like
But they
if
do
you-
though.
if
That's the
you
thing.
game,
They do.
I get pro edition, gold, whatever the highest edition is. If you can afford it, you get the highest edition. You don't have to cheat. Like
Say cheat
you're
yourself.
going to cheat anyway.
Say cheat yourself.
It's all built into the price.
No, you're gonna pay for it anyway.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
If
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
pay
game,
for the
you're gonna pay for
content
Yeah,
anyway.
you're gonna
If
pay
you're
for
a gamer, you might as well get
Get it all at once.
the top standard edition of the game.
And this is another reason why I call myself a mercenary, because I'm that guy that's online that's with the bare bones noob skins, as we call it in Fortnite, that's smashing all y'all.
They can't get in party until when you get in the party, you add him like this
That's
guy.
me.
doesn't have
Yeah,
a
you
map.
see me.
One of your teammates don't have the map, so now you can't go to the new maps.
And when they talk about
I'm with the DLC.
Right,
I'm with the DLC. I gotta be with the DLC.
You got
just
to
keep up.
nowadays.
Yeah, just to
You
keep
got
up.
to.
Or
You got
you,
to.
yeah, like you said, you
Yeah.
won't even be able to
You
play.
be the guy with the red
Yeah.
bottom when your
Yeah,
teammates
but
ain't got
like
it.
what you
kicked out.
said, with the, I mean, if you get the pro edition, a lot of times you'll get the DLC, but what people are buying are like
So the people know what the
cosmetic
DLC
stuff.
is.
DLC is
Downloadable
downloadable content.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
like extra stages,
Yeah, like extra
stuff
maps,
like that.
extra guns.
And now
extra-
they make it where like on I'm trying to think now, like on Red Dead or it's one of the games I got now. You can't even get like the content they give you. You can't
You gotta
get
earn
it until you get to a certain level.
Okay.
Yeah, Black Ops.
yeah.
Black Ops did that.
Yeah,
Black Ops
Black,
did that.
yeah, of course, Black Ops.
Destiny.
But
Destiny
when
does
I-
that.
Destiny, yeah.
and when
Yeah.
I got Black Ops the first, I got it the night it came out or whatever.
Mm.
I went and I put in the codes and everything. They didn't even give me my content and stuff until the end of the next week
Yeah.
because I guess
think
I got
they
it
was
a
just
couple
slow.
days early.
Black
or
Ops
whatever,
was
so.
Black Ops was slow rolling that shit out because I was waiting for.
Oh,
it.
yeah, I know.
You talking about the new one? Or?
But with Black Ops, I just bought it with the extra points because when you buy the jump, I got the extra points.
Excuse me.
I got the extra points, and I bought the jump like last night, the night before. I bought one of those skins, and I have to earn it. Yeah, it's like it's 10 things. It's 10 things in that jump. Like you got to earn all 10 of them.
This conversation is contagious. I'm sneezing.
Oh, we can cut the game on, get you.
But yeah, the crazy part is that all this talk we'll be talking about how it's like extreme this game in the went that it's like just that you paying more money.
For all this stuff.
And it's like you said, skins. Stuff that don't really matter. The skins don't advance
but
your
it's
game.
more than careers though.
So it's more like
it's
it's more ego. Like when I kill you, if I'm on the kill screen, I want you to see my gun fly as hell. I got all type of colors. I got this
And
on.
people actually paying.
Nobody, I don't get nobody else's gun. I don't care about
but the
nobody
ones that fly, that's what it is. They don't play where you can just earn it. They give you some alright stuff to earn. When they do, they flash the fly like Halloween, all the season, Christmas, everything. They get the holiday pack.
Oh yeah,
you get 5. Like you said, it's
I
all
got
some
the
gambling stuff.
face
Like
on
you
my
gamble,
hand
you get a 5 supply or whatever you call it, like a little pack. And he opens up. You're not guaranteed to get the raw stuff. You may get some bases that you already have.
But at the end of the day,
you might get a couple, but you're wasting money.
At the end of the day, you're trying to figure out, like, we trying to figure out or get people to understand, like, why
Your
is it
balance.
that
Understand your balance.
people can't just come up with a game plan on what they want to do with gaming, or instead of them like taking money from their parents and doing all that stuff like that. Like, I know somebody right now that they've set an account aside for their child, and they have like, I think it was like $60 or $70 a month, like to just
for add-on stuff.
Yeah, he got his own little GameStop card.
I wish I was a kid.
But the reason why, and I know it might be too much.
That's coming from me.
That's just showing the rules to pay. I understand. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying that
you gonna be having all the skins on Fortnite now. I ain't about to slice you that much, little kids.
See, this is what I'm
saying.
You think
you're a gamer?
Once again, though, I'm not tapping to just one source. I'm tapping to the ones that can afford doing this.
Yeah,
Like, if you can afford to do this, my solution is set the child aside, set yourself as an adult something aside, handle your priorities and stuff first. Set something aside, and then you'll be able to, and communicate too. You should be able
Communication is key.
You should be able to line yourself up, and you won't have no problems. The problems lie. People are addicted to a lot of stuff, have an addictive, mindset and stuff. This is the game system. The control everything. All of it is what you make it do. You know what I'm saying? So it could be faction, it could be fiction. A lot of people that are losing their marriages and stuff, they've actually taken fiction out and they've made it all fact. Like, this is what they like. The game, like that's their life. They like. So it's like, man, hey, you can either communicate and be a part of the world, or you can take yourself and displace yourself right outside and just game by yourself. I know a lot of lone gamers that just play by themselves, and they're addicted. They don't get better. They don't get worse. They just play. They just play. But that's their way of getting away from society and stuff like that. So we can't always blame it on like the person. We can blame it on certain situations though that they put themselves into with that. But you never know what a person's going through. Like, that's just with anything. So like, I see the people that I've seen that's arguing and bickering and can't control themselves in a certain situation when it comes to the games and stuff. They just don't know how to be like, I like playing the game and this is what I want to do. You know, you gotta put your pride, you gotta put everything else to the side sometimes and just be like, look, this is what I want to do. Just give me 2 hours. If you can give me 2 hours a day, or hour and a half, or 3 hours, 5 hours, whatever, and that person who you with can't agree with that, I think that you shouldn't be in a relationship with that person.
Right.
Or you shouldn't be trying to pursue this person, and that person doesn't have the same
Yeah.
interest you got.
Or at least
Well,
they don't have an understanding.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm gonna say
that's
like
with
this.
anything.
I'm gonna say like this. The way how you summed that up, that was excellent. How you brought it from one point and brought it into the point of like basically what the whole conversation was about. I can respect it. I don't know if anybody else has something that they want to touch on or piggyback off of what James said, but I think really that sums up what we've spoken on this show. Like I spoke earlier, there's a lot of different aspects we can go with this whole concept, this whole topic.
Gaming community.
Yeah, you know, the whole community, the whole culture, you know, but I think what he spoke of right there was just all in a nutshell. It just broke it down. It's got to be communication. There's got to be understanding. You have to be upfront with your mate, your partner, your spouse, whoever it is. You maybe have to have an allotted amount of money that goes towards the way how these games are now. You have to have a lot of amount of money to go towards whatever it is that you're trying to do. The gaming industry has definitely changed from what it was from back in the day. You know,
making hella money. Now.
yeah, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I mean, I think y'all touched on a lot just for this particular episode. Any true gamers, just like they are, they know. They didn't touch on everything.
Man.
They know it, you know.
One thing I
There's a lot
one thing I
more.
want to throw on too,
Go ahead.
even from us growing up back in the day, our parents, like I was saying before, our parents, you couldn't play but so much time. when you
Right,
were
they didn't
younger.
allow us.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
not,
was
and
gonna rot your
I'm
brain.
not even saying just us, because it's not everybody. You got some families that parents kids could have played all through the night, whatever type. But a lot of it you couldn't. You had a lot of time for it. But now you got the leagues. You got people making
Right.
money off this stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like now you
Our
can't really
families didn't imagine that
They
it
didn't
could evolve to
could
that.
evolve to that. If they would have probably been like, here,
Go ahead,
get all
keep
these
playing.
games.
Keep playing. Yeah, keep playing.
Because you can make, if you can make
How
money
good
off it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like, it's like, let's say like you put you in football, like you said for sports, they put you in football sports because it's a possibility.
Yeah.
So now you got the guys that's like, even now with skateboard and all that stuff, you can make money off a lot of things that people probably threw off to the side. Like,
Right.
that's not gonna make
You
no
never
money
make
off
no
that.
money.
Like, what
Yeah.
you doing? You're having fun. Get real and get a job and go to school. Do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's just say even with the gaming, you don't have to go to school. I'm not saying that at all, to be honest. But a lot of times, a lot of people progress into a point, especially with technology. You grow up with technology. Now that, like when we were kids, we kind of grew into because it wasn't there. Kids at our age now, babies can go to YouTube, get on your phone, go to YouTube, go to their favorite show. Know how to do it. Can't even talk to you though.
Right.
So you know what I mean? So how that progressed into now. So with that type of stuff, you see that now it's like to a point now maybe you might want to nurture that.
Right.
Because that might can turn into a situation
Some-
where
yeah,
it
it
can
can
make
make-
type
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
now that you can't throw to the wind, like you always on that game, you always so now it's
It's
gonna be
not
like
lucrative.
look
Yeah,
at it,
it's-
like
it's
you always on the
lucrative.
game.
Yeah, because
You want to go to school for this?
They had no
You wanna
idea.
do this? Yeah.
Our parents had no idea.
No
They
idea.
had no idea that
It could be lucrative.
that Ninja was going to be making all this money playing Fortnite. They had no
That just
idea.
was great.
That man made $18 million last year.
That's crazy.
Mm.
That's never see. That's
No
What
idea.
was
Yeah,
it?
we were
What
talking
was
about
it?
this.
Ninja.
We
That's a
got
whole
to
other
talk about
topic.
that. Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
somebody,
that's-
so
yeah,
just
that's
to
somebody.
get y'all know, somebody named
Shout out
Ninja.
Ninja on YouTube.
Ninja, shout out Ninja. I don't know Ninja.
Everybody-
They know Ninja.
Fortnite,
I don't know.
Fortnite,
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know
Fortnite,
that
yeah.
man personally.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
My
what
bad,
I-
but also to even touch on it too, he got to a point now, kids literally watch YouTube on other people playing.
Man, what?
And then they make
I was
money off
just
that.
zapping
You know
on
what I
my
mean?
little homie.
Like
I
kids,
was
like instead of playing the game, they'll play the game. They'll play the game all day, but they'll
Watch it.
also go on YouTube and watch hella videos of somebody else playing.
Right. Wow. But
instead of TV, no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about what he's talking
I ain't
about.
gonna lie,
I'm talking about. I walked in on dude. I was like, "What are you watching?" He was like, "No, I'm watching Fortnite." I was like, "You got it on your phone?" I was like, "You playing it?" He was like, "No, I'm watching it."
I'm watching
YouTube.
somebody
I was
else.
like,
watch
wait.
somebody else play.
I was like on YouTube. He doesn't watch TV. He's like me. I don't watch TV.
Like,
Right.
my kids don't
I
watch
play
it.
TV. That's what I said. He said the same thing one day. I don't watch TV. I play TV. I was like, but wait, like play TV in my brain. Play TV. Watch TV. Watch somebody else play TV. You can't like that's all the way at the bottom. It's boring.
But at the end of the day, it's supposed to play because
but
in
it's
his
a whole-
mind,
Yeah, that's a whole. That's
playing and watching like right here.
Yeah, that's just where we are now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a whole different
Generation now,
mindset.
As a
Can
technology,
I say this?
I'm not saying it's bad, but
I'm gonna let
it's
you
not
sum it
bad
up
at
and then
all,
I'm gonna
man.
bring it back.
I'm gonna just say, brother, it's laziness.
we all getting lazy out here.
I mean, he was kind of.
I know, but
He wasn't allowed to play at the time.
I understand, but it's
Yeah,
not
I'm
just
watching
him doing
it.
that. It's not just that. It's not just him doing that. Like Like people, there are a lot of people that just watch it because they are that. I mean, it's crazy, and I know it sounds funny, but there are people that are that lazy that they don't want to play the game. They want to see somebody else play it.
Yeah.
And then when that person beats it, it's no longer interest, or
Go to the next
it's
person. Next
all
one.
right. I'm about to get it, and they're gonna either try to A and B copy, or try to do it the same way that they did it, or it's on to the next thing.
The next hot thing.
It's pure laziness, man. Laziness, addictiveness, and non-communication. Like those, to me, those are like the three things that are like missing in the gaming world when you have a spouse or when you have a significant other. You gotta be able to balance the three. You know what I'm saying? However,
one thing, even like you said, even
I respect what you said.
One thing, and I think all of us can understand it as well, especially with the ones that are gamers. It's a gift and a curse.
Right.
Because to be honest, yes, all right. You say you communicate with your wife, boo. I'm in the house playing the game for this amount of time. You're allowed, you're in the house playing the game. So I'm doing this instead of me being out at bars or me being out here running these streets.
Right.
So now instead of you like, where is he at? He been out. Yeah, but I'm about to go out for 2 hours. You don't know what I'm about to do. But now I'm downstairs having the game. Right. If you need me, I'm not gonna ignore you for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have a wife or nothing like that, but I know if you're married, that's not the case for my people. You know what I mean? I'm playing against say, boo, I'll play a game from 8 to 10. For me, 8 to 10 on me, if you come down and say, hey babe, I'm gonna be like, nah, it's my game time. Ignore you. That's not it. But I'm home, so at the same time. But I would kind of feel the type of way when you do, because you're like, babe, I'm playing the game. Right, so I'll be alone, but at the same time, yeah, but at the same time, it's like that I'm out somewhere. I'm out partying, so now, but you shouldn't give me no smoke, because I'm home. I go to work. I come play the game for a little bit. We do our family thing. We have our good time. I play the game for this time and time.
So,
you know what I mean?
So what I'm gonna say is, at the end of the day, like how you said, communication. That's the biggest thing. Addictiveness. And people need to find what their relationship is with management, balance, and then I guess it just really
financial. Be honest, if you got the money, buy all the games, buy all the systems.
Yeah.
Do your thing. If you got it, because it comes to that.
Well,
you got the money to buy all these.
Master P bought all the games, didn't he? Master P bought all the games for Lil Romeo.
I think he did. Buy all the games, the add-ons. It comes when it comes to if it affects your pockets, and you're not making money off this.
Right. It's not.
That's where it gets to, like you said, border. Now you're falling into a line of like, now it's addictive now. Like you said, because the dopamine, and now I'm an addict. Because now I'm not making money. Now I'm paying to get that high.
So
if you're doing addict stuff, but go ahead. I'm up there.
I'm about to just say, I just think y'all.
This is your deep. Deep as hell. We gotta come back.
We definitely gotta come back, and I think that y'all all brought significant value to this panel. All of y'all are involved in the gaming industry, whether it's just a casual gamer, all the way up to the extreme hardcore gamer, or to me, a person that really hasn't gamed in whatever. And I've never, when I was playing, it wasn't even considered gaming. You know what I mean? It was just, I'm going to play the Nintendo or whatever. Play my toys. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just seen how it's evolved. I think there's more that we can speak on at another time. But, I just thank y'all so much for coming out. And I just want y'all to go back through, like how y'all said, your gamer tags. If anybody wants to reach out to y'all, if anybody wants to be like, hey, I really like this person. I like the hat he wore, whatever. At least they can get in contact with y'all. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. J-Dub, man, you can find me on PSN. Let's Go Hunt. L in front of Let's is capitalized, G capitalized, H capitalized, 1023. Early, never late.
Now let him know you're a trader, because he was an Xbox guy.
He was an Xbox
I'm a trader too.
Hey, that's another thing. We never touched on that.
We didn't get that yet.
We will do that.
I'm a trader. I'm a trader.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the beef part.
So Crush Life King. You already know Crush Life King. Crush Life King on Xbox.
Did you show me your tattoo?
Yes.
You have Crush Life King on your tattoo? Oh, wow. He is serious.
You already know
ladies and
Crush
gentlemen.
Life.
Remember, he
King.
does my intro and outro.
Yeah.
Crush Life King.
Xbox. Oh yeah, check out the Move Jones. It's online, running and popping and shit. I just oh my bad. I'm plugging. I just re-released my old album, Top Floor. That's in all platforms. You go check that out too. Top Floor. But what was the question? Hold on.
You can't
No question.
That's
it.
I'm giving.
I'm not asking no questions. We're trying to end it.
Crush Life King on Xbox.
Trying to get part 2, 3 levels going on.
And then King killed them all on PSN.
He kills everybody. Remember that. He just killed me.
And if I find my old email for Xbox One, I'm gonna bring King Kill Them All back on that too. But I lost that. On CrushLife.King on YouTube. I'm gonna say fuck YouTube. CrushLife.King on Instagram. CrushLife_King on Twitter. And yeah, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get punished in the game, just let me know what game.
And you're ready.
Don't worry about it. Pick me up. So I can go ahead and help.
Yeah, go ahead and get you, bring him in. Everybody can get the issue.
All right, go ahead.
Big Zeke 187 on Xbox and PSN.
187. All killers on this panel.
187.
Go ahead.
So don't judge me for the name, but Soul Snatcher, capital S.
Snatcher Soul. Yes.
Snatcher, not Snatcher. Snatcher.
Soul Snatcher. Snatcher.
Right, you know what I mean? The chat at the end. Yeah, there you
go.
Yeah. Snatcher. I was young. I was like, nah, I want the ER at the end. I want the cha. Soul Snatcher, 187, Xbox One.
Hey, y'all heard it first. On Influence Opinions. Another crazy episode. I'm glad that I was able to have these guests on here, and just be aware they're going to be on here for probably maybe how many more times? Maybe
1 or 2.
One or two.
Gotta have one with the younger and the ladies, but we gotta go back to the beef because the Xbox and PS4 is real out here. It's real out here.
At least 2 more.
Yeah, at least 2 more.
So y'all just be on the lookout. I'll have these guests back on here. Hopefully, if y'all like these guests, go scroll down in the comments. Put down in there what you like. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
Leave a comment too.
Leave a comment. If you hate me as a host and you want somebody else, let it be known. If you don't want nobody else on this show no more, let them know. If you want a particular person on here, let it be known. But at the end of the day, it doesn't mean I'm gonna listen to you. We'll try and conversate with everybody. That's your influence opinion, and we respect it.
But honestly, I kind of want to see, like, I want to see y'all comments. Like, I want to know what y'all think, because there's a lot of gamers out there. A lot of people don't start for different things. A lot of people feel they this, they that. They do different type of games. So just comment the games you play. Put your gamer tag on it so we can add you on there too. Honestly, like, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the gaming community is large.
All day,
man.
It's huge.
Large, man.
It's huge, and it's a lot of money. And since y'all are gamers and y'all like making money, I don't have no money. Send money into this show and help us out support.
Hey, we can, we can buy skins and stuff for Fortnite.
I'm not playing Fortnite.
I'm done.
Look, I ain't want to sit here playing games with y'all all night. I gotta go home. Yeah.
I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. We all have influence opinions, and we're out.
I'm rolling and blowing, fuck it, I'ma get some food.
I used to cop in the valley, they lob in the alley. I'm on my Vince Carter shit. Trapping in colleges, me and my partners was balling. You wasn't a part of it. My money be talking about money, your money be lying and arguing. My money can buy you a startup kit. Since y'all niggas always wanna start some shit.
Man, you know what it is. You know who it is. Mr. Miami Cuban. If you like that last episode, please like, subscribe, and comment, man. We love your comments. And honestly, if you got some topics you want to hear, you want to see something going on, what we talk about, put it in the comments, man. Like, share, and don't forget to hit that little notification button so you know anytime we put something up, you're the first one to get that.